Hey Judson, how are you?
Hey Nate, what's going on?
So Judson, what is black car service?
A black card service to me is a life hack. I think that the way the economy is going, the way that society is going, people are looking to kind of reclaim their time. And black card service kind of eliminates some of the steps you would normally have to take in a rideshare service. And it also provides a level of familiarity and also comfort as well as dependability.
Judson, what is your primary motivation?
My primary motivation is freedom in my life. I think that I find the most enjoyment. I think that one of the most important things for me is to be able to have some free time and being able to achieve a certain level of consistency in my relationships.
What's your favorite driving story?
My favorite driving story would be I had a customer one time, and a lot of times what happens is people get in the car and they like it to be quiet, which is fine. I think that happens a lot. But this particular customer wanted to talk about some problems and things of that nature, and I was able to give some good advice, some good feedback. And at the end, she was like, "Well, this is just like a therapy session." So I think it was kind of one of those multiple kind of kill two birds with one stone kind of thing.
Judson, why a membership model for your black car service?
The membership model is important because I think that it makes it simpler. Like I said before, a life hack is kind of the way that I really encapsulate the business. And I believe that with a membership model, people can pay once a month and have a certain number of rides, not have to worry about having to pay every time. And in essence, it just becomes, it's also cheaper in the long run, but it just makes their life a lot easier and more efficient.
What are your three favorite places to stay in Rochester?
Favorite places to stay in Rochester would be, I'd say number one would be the Strath Allen on East Ave. They have some great restaurants in that building. I think number two would be the Hyatt downtown. It's just a nice central location, so that works well for everybody. And then real close to that, there's actually a Hilton Garden Inn. It's also very nice.
What does the black car service cost?
It's all dependent upon the needs of the customer. So typically there's some solid costs in terms of like one-off rides, but every customer is going to have a kind of a curated experience, but then also a price package that would be reflective of their needs.
What's your most common objection?
I think the most common objection that I see is that I think people think that this level of service is cost prohibitive, and I would definitely disagree with that. I think for the similar cost, sometimes cheaper than Uber, you can get that added level of experience and that level of professionalism that you would require in this type of service.
What are your favorite local restaurants?
Favorite local restaurants, I would say number one would be Good Luck. I think I really I've had numerous good experiences there. A very nice birthday party. As far as steak goes, I think I go with Char and Tornado's. And in terms of Italian, I think Vern's on Park and French Roux on Park. I think I really do enjoy those restaurants.
Where'd you go to school?
I went to school at the University at Buffalo, majored in industrial engineering, and that was a great experience for me. I think I come from a family of engineers, and for me that was a great decision in terms of what I wanted to do with my life. And surprisingly enough, this ties a lot into the fact that industrial engineering is the people side of engineering. So my experiences have kind of lended to this current career choice, and being an entrepreneur is where I'm at and what I love.
Do you have a passion for music?
I do have a passion for music. I was a DJ in New York City full-time for a year, but I've been DJing for around 15 years. And for me, music is a major part of everything that I do. I think that it inspires, it creates a mood. It's something that's very important to me, and I think over the years, it's been a wonderful thing.
What's your go-to playlist?
Go-to playlist right now, I think it depends on the genre of music, but in terms of, let's say, like techno would be Deborah DeLuca. She's an Italian DJ that's pretty heavy, but very interesting. Sonics, in terms of like maybe like a house, kind of a tech house, maybe a Black Coffee, that DJ is incredible. Hip hop, I'm a big Jay-Z fan, as well as KRS-One and some other rappers. And in terms of popular music, I think it's, whatever's playing at the moment that I can kind of get into.
Tell us about the primary vehicle.
Primary vehicle for this business is the Yukon XL 2018. It's a large vehicle. I think one of the benefits of it is that it has 3 rows of seating, seats 8 comfortably. The middle row is heated. There's a lot of other little things about the vehicle. The fact that it's high off the ground, it's a comfortable ride. So I think it was one of the vehicles that if you look at the black car services in New York City, they utilize pretty much solely this vehicle, this chassis style. So it's something I wanted to bring to Rochester, and I feel pretty confident about it.
What types of payment do you take?
We take cash or credit, and that's typically arranged by the user's discretion. We also have Venmo and Cash App and all those various forms of payment.
There's a car club concept as well. Can you tell us about that?
Sure. One of the business kind of ventures that I'm getting into is a car club. So what that would be is kind of a way to revolutionize the way that you own a car. There would be options to have extended leases. There's options to rent daily vehicles and different levels of vehicles as well, maybe SUVs in the winter, sports car in the summer. Just kind of a all-inclusive way to revolutionize the way that you look at buying and using vehicles.
Judson, where are you from?
I'm from Rochester, New York, born and raised on the west side, and moved to New York City for 10 years, and then I moved back home to be closer to family, and now I'm very local and very back.
What types of different rides do you offer through the service?
There are a number of different rides. Some of the most popular are the airport drop-offs and pickups. That includes obviously the Rochester area airport, as well as the Buffalo, Syracuse, and if needed, Toronto and other surrounding areas.
Do you have set cleaning protocols between rides?
I do have set cleaning protocols. In between each ride, I wipe the car down, and I have a Clorox wipe that I use to disinfect the touch points in the car, so keep it very clean for the customer.
Do you enjoy driving?
I do. It's one of those things where it was a necessity when I lived in New York to drive back and forth to Rochester quite frequently, and I found that I really do enjoy the time, so it's definitely a good fit for this business.
How is this different than Uber?
This particular service differs from Uber in that what I hear from customers mostly is that they are always surprised by the driver they get, sometimes good, sometimes bad. And I think what this does is offers consistency, that you know what you're going to get. And that's probably the biggest compliment that I've received from customers, and on the biggest difference from Uber.
So how does someone get started and book a ride?
Well, they can text, call, or email. All my information is readily available. And as soon as you reach out, I'll be able to get back to you with a rate and or a custom package recommendation.